It's time to take command with former NFL tight end Logan Paulsen and former Commanders beat reporter Craig Hoffman.
Take 5, the 5-minute edition of Take Command, and on Thursdays, it's story time. This week's stories from New York, which we're going to have save some of our New York stories, Logan, because you got the Jets later in the year, and then you got the Giants, obviously, again, being a divisional game, but let's unload a Giants story or two real quick here going into Week 7.
Yeah, so for high level, like New York, that MetLife Stadium, like it's got a soft spot in my heart for real because like I got my first start there in my career, first start, and I got my first catch there. First time playing significant minutes was there. First big kind of
You're the only person who likes MetLife Stadium. That place sucks.
I know. It does suck. And,
Commanders have been Washington, whatever. Anyone wearing burgundy and gold has been terrible there for basically since you left. It's the Logan Paulsen curse. Oh my God.
We just figured it out. Yeah. And then when I was up there, Fred blew out his Achilles and I got to play, and catch a whole bunch of balls from Robert in that kind of crazy comeback. We ended up losing where Tana catches that touchdown late in the game to tie it up. And also one of the worst games of my life was there. Like it was the last game of the season. Everyone's getting ready to get fired when Mike was here.
Oh, yeah. I've heard.
You remember that game?
Yeah. Oh, my God. That's a legendary one in the press box.
It was terrible, dude. Like, it was raining. It was like 34 degrees. And you were soaked to the bone. Like, no matter what you put on, you were wet. You were cold. It was the coldest I've ever been. And Kyle was pissed about the whole situation. I think he threw the ball like 70 times. It was like a long
that is
game.
The legend of that game in the press box. Like Kyle will tell you, as long, because we had a couple Week 17s up there when I was on the beat. And Kyle would just be like, nothing will be worse than 2020. What was it, 2013? Nothing will be worse than 2013 when Kyle was about to get fired and he just revenged the game and made it last as long as possible.
And it was like, and we were out there and it was miserable, bro. Like miserable. Like I've never been that miserable in a football game because you're freezing. Everyone on the sideline is pissed and angry and because everyone knows it's about to get crazy, and no one can catch a football because it's so wet, and you're just here pass curse getting shelled. It was terrible. But I kind of think of it like it's kind of started. It's weird. It kind of started my career in Washington.
Kirk was 19 of 52 in that game.
52.
19 of 52. He threw it 52 times and had less than 20 completions.
And like it was like he was throwing a med ball. Like I had one of the only catches in that game, and it was like one of the best catches of my career. Like on the sideline, like over the shoulder, toe tap corner, and I was like, "How did I catch this ball? It weighs 5 pounds and it's soaking wet." But that was the whole game, and you're blocking. Oh, it was terrible. But so anyway, long story short is like I feel like my career started there in Washington, and it kind of ended there. And like I kind of circle that game as when it ended. Like I had another year or two here, but that was the game where it was like everyone that brought me in is gone now, and it's just like Jay came in the next year, and it was kind of the beginning of the end for me. But New York is a soft spot in my heart. But I can talk about my first start. So first start was against OCU Manura, right? Crazy dude. And I think Justin Tuck and this awesome D-line. And I remember being like so incredibly nervous the night before the game, like talking to my wife and just like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do it. I'm going to mess this up, blah, blah, blah. And I remember having a couple plays and being like, I don't know if I played that good. And I remember Kyle in the meeting on Tuesday came in and was like, Logan, like you did a great job. And he highlighted some of my plays, which was great. But like I missed a cut on OCU Manura, like fell down and I got up and the running back was running and OC was kind of jogging back. And I remember running up as fast as I could and like kind of cheap shot, but like over the pile, bam, and Kyle's like, this is the type of stuff that's going to make you a good pro. Because you don't fear anybody, and little did he know that I was terrified the night before. Like, but I had a couple games like that where like I was terrified, and like in the moment you kind of forget about it. But that was a very fond memory of New York because I played pretty well like after watching the film, but just being so terrified, and then it all kind of working out and playing well. So
that's funny. I think that's good. I none of my stories are that good. I also was very cold there once. I remember like all of us kind of waiting on an Uber, like huddling. Cause that's the other thing is like we would Here, I'll tell this one real quick. Like,
Yeah.
in the press crew, we had multiple years in a row where that was week 17 was at New York. And like one of them especially was on New Year's Eve. And so it's like, oh, are you guys going to stay in the city? It's like, no, like we're getting the hell out of here. It's a 1 o'clock game. This game means nothing. Obviously, we saw some games that meant a lot and the Commanders didn't win them.
Yeah.
But those, maybe we'll do those next time. But like then JP, Kime, me, and then like rotating cast of various people, depending on who else was on the same train, would get on the train. Like we'd take an Uber together, some clown car of reporters to the Newark Amtrak station, and we'd get on the train, and that would kind of be like the last hurrah. And like, all right, see you guys tomorrow for a locker clean out. And we'd take the train back down to DC together. And, you know, I remember one year we did like some off-season predictions and stuff, and it was just kind of a fun, like, you know, let's have a couple beers on the train,
That's cool.
Relax.
Yeah.
And it was always a good time. So fond memories of the train, of the season being over. Unfortunately, that is how it was every single time. All right, that is Take 5. We'll see you tomorrow for the Giants preview podcast here on Take Command. Thanks for watching this clip of Take Command. First, why don't you like it? It lets other people know that it was good, and then they should watch it too. And Logan, we have a new exclusive home for full episodes.
We do. 1067 The Fans YouTube page. Go check it out and please subscribe.
Yeah, do what Logan said.
Do it.
Very, very smart.